Hello, my name's Jai, and my category this week is pre-1990s films. I've chosen to talk about a little-known film from 1937, Make Way for Tomorrow. A film about an elderly couple that, due to financial problems, are forced to give up their house and live separately with their various children, and we also see the effects their presence has on their kids' lives. This film was directed by Leo McCarey, and I've seen films by McCarey before, but this was the first one that I saw by him where I really got the sense that he was a strong, visionary, steady hand behind the camera. And it's just, the film is handled so delicately, so tenderly, with such a serious and relatable subject, and I think a lot of people are going to be able to relate to this film. But that's also a really good reason to seek it out, because while some directors could sort of approach this and really put a heavy frown upon the new generation for the way they handle situations with the elderly, McCarey doesn't. McCarey sort of just lets things happen without judging them too much, except for perhaps one scene towards the end which sort of bothered me a bit. But regardless of that, it's handled really, really beautifully. But there's a lot of beautiful moments throughout this film. One I'd like to mention would be when the lead character, Beulah Bondi, is on the phone to her husband in the film, who's played by Victor Moore, and the phone conversation is being overheard by a whole room full of people who are learning to play bridge. And the phone conversation between them is so beautiful and touching, and the people in the room go from seeing her as an annoyance to stopping and realising her heartache from being away from her husband for so long, and and seeing, or hearing rather, her love for him. And it's like they just get silenced by it. And it's such a beautiful, powerful moment in the film, and there's many moments like that throughout the film, which really make it worth seeking out, because, like I said earlier, it's a little-known film, but I'm hoping it's getting more and more of an audience. It has a Criterion release now, which is the one I got hold of, and it's totally worth it, not just for the generational subject, which is not as depressing as it might sound. It's actually, like I said earlier, it can be quite beautiful. But not just for that, but for later on in the film, it sort of shifts to a fleeting, reminiscent romance between the two leads, which is really sweet and affecting and beautiful, and let alone the rest of the movie being so good, those scenes alone are worth searching this out. So it comes highly recommended by me, and especially if you're a fan of Leo McCarey, pick it up. If you're a fan of classic cinema in general, I think this is one that really deserves to be seen. So highly recommended by me. Please do search it out. It is touching and beautiful and sweet, as I've already said multiple times, because it really is, and also very relatable. So top marks.